Good afternoon, everybody. My name is John Darrow, and I am the interim chairman for the City of Binghamton's Commission on Architecture and Design Historic Preservation today, July 11th, 2023. Calling the meeting to order. I'm going to ask that the staff introduce themselves as we go around the table, and we will proceed.
Robert Erie, Commissioner.
Mary Ellen Morrow, Commissioner.
Daniel Need, Commissioner.
David Whalen, Commissioner.
Juliet Burling, Planning.
Dylan Pelton, Historic Preservation. Okay, thank you all for being here. First order of business is we have the minutes from last month. I find no faults or errors. If anybody else does, now's the time, or I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll make a motion.
Anybody second?
I'll second.
Wonderful. All in favor? Unanimous. The minutes pass. Thank you. The first order of business that I have in my folder is 138 Hawley Street. Is that correct? Okay. Well, he's trying to get hold of them. Does anybody have any real discussion about this thing? It's kind of a hazard falling down. Should have been taken down about 20 years ago. I know you're all choked up over it. I'm sorry. It's an emotional thing, taking down a garage.
Do we know what they're going to do with the space?
No, that was. All right, so I'm gonna put you on speaker. Are you ready? All right. You there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so. His name for the record, I'm sorry. What's your name for the record and your address?
Paul Mingrino. I live at 190 Sperry Road, Bethany, Connecticut. Representing Amicus Properties.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him a spiel on what you want to do. The applicant Amicus LLC would like to demolish an accessory garage in the rear of the building at 138 Holly Street. Okay. Just use your microphone over there if it's easy for you. This is the first introduction of the structure. It's 1950 Sanborn map. The A says it stands for auto, so it's always been a garage. It's never really been anything else. It's decorative brick in the front. It's always been a garage. That garage door is original, I think, but I'm not sure. It's all CMUs. It's pretty destroyed, and all the windows are broken out. So it's already half demolished. It doesn't have a roof. So the only question that I've heard so far among the commissioners is, what is his plan going forward if he gets the demolished? So if you demolish it, what do you plan to do with the space?
Space gonna be a parking spot, maybe.
Do you plan to build another garage or another accessory structure?
There'll be no building, anything out there.
Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna be same use of the spot, but without a cover for the vehicle. Discussion, pros, cons, anybody?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any of our criteria getting checked off in terms of being, a unique historic or architectural structure.
I don't either. I'm sorry that I'm confused. Do we need to declare ourselves lead and go?
Yes, you have to go through the whole.
First is unlisted, second is
The
lead.
first action is the motion as you as the lead agency.
I make a motion that Caud is the lead agency.
Second,
Thank you. All in favor? Great.
the next is a motion as an unlisted action.
I'd also make a motion that it is considered an unlisted action within the city of Binghamton.
Second,
Thank you. All in favor?
third is the laundry list.
Mary Ellen, so good to see you.
I'm so thrilled. Yeah. My permanent job here. Okay, type of action unlisted. Will the proposed action create a material conflict with the updated land use plan or zoning regulations? No. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use of or intensity of the use of land? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No. Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? No. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No. Will the proposed action impact existing public-private water supplies, public-private wastewater treatment utility? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources, example, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora, and fauna? No. Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No. Will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No. Make a proposal that this is an unlisted action.
And that is a roll call, I believe, for that. Agree?
Yes, I agree.
Agree.
Agree. Agreed. Unanimous? Okay. Now I have a second page here different. So that, okay, that's. Yeah, compatibility with historic guidelines. Okay, I'm gonna man up and do this one, then I'm gonna delegate authority, guys, okay? Compatibility with historic design guidelines, the City of Binghamton Historic Design Guidelines provide the following recommendations that address demolitions. Do not demolish historic structures that have historic or architectural significance within the City of Binghamton. Do not demolish a building that contributes to the historic setting and character of a district. Do not demolish a building that contains historic building materials or evidence of historic craftsmanship that would be difficult or impossible to replicate or reproduce. Do not demolish a building that is a rare example of its type, style, period of construction, or historic associations. A building should not be demolished without definitive plans for the reuse of the property. The reuse of the property should never be a parking lot, which would generally have a negative impact on the overall character of a street. Do not demolish a building when reasonable efforts can be made to maintain structural integrity. If a historic building is active and is earning a reasonable economic return, it is not appropriate to demolish the building, even if the return is not deemed to be the highest and best use. With regard to the previous two statements, we are not developing a parking lot on the property. We're merely removing the decrepit garage, maintaining a single parking space in its place. I make a motion of no historical significance. Knock it down. All in favor?
Aye.
Do we need a second for that?
Oh, yeah. I thought I saw his hand go up. Second, all in favor, unanimous. Okay, thank the gentleman for it. All right, Paul, you're good to go.
Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate it.
Okay, number 2 on my file, I have 120 Washington Street. I'm just checking Dylan because I know I mixed them up at home when I was going through them. Yes, the
Okay.
applicant Goldenrod Studios would like to install window signs for their advertisement in the front. And that is the final, yeah, okay. Everybody get a packet for that. Okay. Welcome, sir.
Welcome.
Please state your name for the record.
Nick Terrell with Triad Graphics and Signs.
Wonderful, wonderful. Anything you'd like to say about the project?
Not really, just that I think that they primarily want to put it on there so they can show some of the offerings that they
Mhm.
do, some of the work. they do.
How is the main sign adhering to the I-beam? Looks like a structural I-beam.
The goldenrod?
Yeah.
That was an undertaking. What we did was, it was an I-beam.
Mhm.
So we actually welded some like 1-inch steel squares
Mhm.
to the I-beam, and then we attached that substrate that's holding the letters to the
Okay.
to the 1-inch square steel.
I think it's great. Any questions, discussion? Anyone? I think it's a very nice sign presentation.
Okay,
Yeah, it looks good. It doesn't, cover up any of the features or anything on the building.
Make a motion to accept the sign for 120 Washington Street as presented. Second, please.
Second.
Thank you. Oh, he's got you covered. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here.
all right.
And
you very
thank you
much.
for nice adaptive use to that. It's important.
It does.
Oh. Is there a representative from 79 Court Street? Come on down. Well, you're here. We'll take you. We're glad you're here. Here's a good place to be. Good. What's your name, sir?
I'm Donovan Kamick. I'm one of the owners of Calzone Bros. Now, we had a little lawsuit with DPW. So this was just like a temporary name just to like not get fined from them because we had like until June 1st.
Mhm.
But I didn't get a chance. I want to take out specialty calzones and just be Calzone Bros. There's because we're doing a few revamps on a few of our menu items. That's not just gonna be just calzones anymore. So it's gonna be a lot of pasta dishes, salad wraps.
You speak just a little bit louder, sir.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of different dishes other than calzones, pastas, wraps, salads. Just like to go.
So we're gonna delete the specialty calzones.
Yeah.
We're only paying attention to the calzone bros.
Absolutely.
I'm good. We don't have to do any special paperwork to delete, do it.
Yeah, it's just gonna be black writing, correct?
Yeah, it's just black. I mean, I'm probably the background right now is gray, like a grayish white. It kind of looks a little off. I just plan on just repainting it just to bring out the color. I haven't decided on the color. I might just do white. I don't know what the landlord wants me to do. So as long as I go through the
Paint
landlord.
colors have to come through us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, what's a color scheme that's actually okay with you guys that won't
Many of them are. You kind of need to email him a schematic and then you probably just circulate it and we can approve it once. it's
Yeah,
signed.
if you go to the historic manual, there's some specific swatches that are historic. They're
okay,
deemed appropriate for historic areas.
okay,
We can go over it if you want.
absolutely. No problem.
Discussion, questions?
Yeah, so scale wise, I know there's like the first page that shows kind of like offset lettering. I guess that's the second question too, like could be like scale and then like, are they like offset from the face or are they like on the face? Like, I guess how's it attached to the,
To the building.
yeah,
So they have these like long I would say screws
okay,
that just goes into the wood.
okay. Is it flush right with the building face? Or is
No,
it-
I would say there's a little space.
Okay, all right.
There's a little space, like it's not,
Yes, kind
directly
of like,
in
yeah, I
the-
don't know if you can see this photo. You can,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
cool.
Are you going to now lower the Calhoun Brothers kind of to center it or are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna lower it to make it more centered. So it wouldn't look awkward right now.
Yeah, we just need to know these things.
I
So that
thought,
if we vote on it as it is and you lower it, then
I see what you're saying. I see, essentially, I thought someone from Jack's Island was gonna be here today. So I just kind of came in, like,
good call.
that's why I went out back and I made a phone call. I was like, where is everyone? So, yeah, I apologize about that, but I just gave them a call and then the number that they left me was to the city of Binghamton. So I had to call them back and it's like, I just left me the wrong number. So I don't know. I apologize about that though.
So we're going with Calzone Brothers,
Yeah,
Bros. To be centered within the facade of the
yeah, then the specialty calzones would be gone.
part. Like to frame the motion? Second,
Second.
thank you, Dan, all in favor? Thank you, sir.
Thank you
That's
guys. I
fine.
really appreciate it.
Make it look
Yeah,
nice. Huh? I have 49 Court Street for the next one, is that correct?
Welcome, sir.
How's it going, everybody?
Doing good. And you are?
I'm James Caramore. I'm the owner representative for the Metro Center at 49 Court Street.
Wonderful. Glad you're here.
So I'm here. I really didn't have too much to do with this project. This was Jeff Pack who went ahead and installed this sign on basically the outside of one of our tenant suites there. And he worked with Dr. Ruhana. It's his suite, and went ahead and put it up. And I guess they never applied for a building permit.
The only
and-
people we didn't work with was the city.
Yeah, now we're kind of getting the fallout and, going through the proper motions to make sure they do it right.
Just as it was, we just couldn't do it.
Right, understood.
Okay. Do the dimensions fulfill our obligations going forward?
Yes, let me read this. The applicant, James Caramore, would like to change the current sign to comply with historic district design guideline standards. So this is the sign that's there now. And this is the design that was agreed to, and this does comply with the sign guidelines, in the historic district.
Comments? Motion? Second? Second, all in favor? That's how easy it is. Thank you for being here.
Appreciate
sir.
it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank. Okay, next I have is 13 Main Street. Welcome, sir.
Hamza Khan. You need the address?
Yeah,
11 Blackstone Ave, Binghamton, New York.
Glad you're here, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Oh, we're just putting up a sign at 13 Main Street for that's
So
the sign that we're
this is the mock-up
proposing.
They gave us. Pretty. I don't see any window signage at this point, no window sign.
not yet. no.
Discussion, comments, questions?
The lighting is already there, actually. So
This was, type of grant was, they got people that section of, Main Street grant, yeah.
Yeah.
But there were a bunch of buildings. It came out very nice.
Yeah.
Glad it's finally getting occupied.
yeah.
It's been empty a little too long. Anybody like to frame a motion? No.
Sure, I'll make
Good
the
thought.
motion.
Come on, that's my product.
What's the address?
49. 13
13
Main.
Main.
So I make a motion to approve the sign at 13 Main Street as presented.
I'll second that. Either one. All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you, sir. Good
Thank you.
luck. That's got to be someplace. Yeah. Okay, next I have is 65 Port Road. In the interest of full disclosure, they hired me to be Santa Claus down there. $100 an hour. It's a nice gig.
Try to get out of that chair anyway you feel.
Well, it's just, you have to disclose that stuff. Is there a relationship? Yeah. I would know the owner if he walked from the door, but I know the person who hires me. By the way, I make a great Santa Claus. I really do. Show you all a picture one time. Was there a representative? He just laughed. The same guy. Hamza owns the girl. I don't like. I've got. I didn't realize he owned. He was probably full of anxiety. The pressure coming before such an auspicious board. Not quite sure I understood what they wanted to do here anyway. Well, they got all these little taped up signs that look like junk. Actually, I've enjoyed the food there. you have a phone number for him? We could do it over the phone. if we- Otherwise, I gotta table it. Seems like a decent enough time. I'm giving him anxiety. Those. I set the high pressure board on top of yes. Let's go to the set view while we're trying to reach him. We're gonna make a motion to table the Grove Restaurant for a little bit. Hope we can find the guy before he totally gets out of here. Okay. 80 Court Street. Set view.
This is another phone in because Mark is having surgery or something, so we're gonna call the sign company.
I think he's having a rotator cuff done or something. Yeah. And it's just a simple, we're switching out logo. Sort of. It's pretty much, I mean, it's still a bank sign, it's pretty much. the same thing. I don't know if it's changed. The font. Looks somewhere around there. Hello, is this Tina?
It is, how are you?
Pretty good. So this is Dylan with the City of Binghamton. We are at the meeting. Would
Okay.
you like to state your name and place of residence for the audience, you would?
My name is Tina R. Curie, and you can say my place of residence.
Yeah, your address.
My address is 5374 Greenwich Landing, Charleston, North Charleston, South Carolina, 29420.
Okay, I'm gonna read the summary for the audience. Hold on a second. The applicant 82 Court Street LLC would like to install an internally lit awning sign replacing the SFQ sign at 80 Court Street.
Okay, do you have any questions? Is it just the signage that's changing or are you changing the awning also?
Did you hear that?
I can't hear it now.
Okay. Do you plan on changing the awning to match the sign?
I believe they do. I believe the owner is going to be making the awning back to the side.
We'll change it to match. Is the sign lit and how is it lit?
I don't think that one is lit. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time I'm trying to pull up the. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull up the, brand book. And it's not pulling up, and I don't know why. Sorry.
Generally, they are. at 8 p.m.
I honestly don't know, but I thought behind the letter.
I think it was. Most banks do it, so you know where the ATM is at night. M&T does, Bank did.
Here on the side of the pocket, and that's well.
It won't let me pull this up and I don't know why. Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. All right, one more thing. I don't know why my drive is not working like the OneDrive. Not sure. I think this might have been one of the ones that was not illuminated. Like some of them were illuminated and some of them were.
Yeah. Okay, fine. We're good.
Hang on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, here we go. And I know this site only has one sign. This sign is illuminated. So it's a blue face, but when it illuminates white.
Okay. At night, the blue lettering turns to white.
It'll illuminate white.
Do that now? With the sub
Is it? No, it doesn't.
No.
I don't know. 'Cause it's up here. Okay, I don't-
I thought stuff you was illuminated behind the red, not the red, but an outline. I don't know.
Generally, banks are given a pass because you have to, like, M&T has an illuminated sign, KeyBank had an illuminated sign. Banks are illuminated so you know where the ATM is. I believe Visions is illuminated.
Huh? Be short-sighted if they weren't. I don't. That was working.
Yeah, it looks like the sign that's already there is illuminated as well.
Any discussion, comments, members?
Not really. Banks always kind of doing it a pass. It's, you have to know where they are.
Does it offend anybody?
It's Visions. with KeyBank.
Allowing stencil cut illuminated backlit signs in a low density area. So this is none of that, but apparently banks have traditionally had an illuminated sign. But it's open for discussion, so.
And everything else is down there. Then I would make a motion to accept the sign as presented. With the understanding that it's going to be illuminated appropriately. And also that no window signage has been brought before us at this time. Thank you. All in favor?
All right.
Yeah, thank you. young lady.
It's unanimous.
We have accepted.
Oh, that's great news, Dylan. Thank you so much.
Have to come
Now,
before us.
will I get I'll get something, I'll get an email with a.
Yeah, you get a letter in the mail.
Yeah.
You're welcome. All right, bye-bye.
It's gonna be correct.
We have a phone number. One more time. I got a phone number for like the manager, if it still works there, I can find. We could do it over the phone. We can just get. What's the number you got? Got Barb's number.
I'm not really sure.
We had another application for the final window for the file. Big brother. The other book will be up in the window. If you want to come back, or you want to do it? Yeah, we can carry it over next. That's okay. I didn't know what. All right, okay. All right. Yep, bye-bye. Mostly carried over. Okay.
So we're gonna make a motion to table 65 Court Street, the Grove Restaurant until our next meeting where the gentleman sticks around.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any other old business? Any new business?
So there is 109 Oak Street. It's a large red building next to the high school. It's getting redone. We've been getting a lot of questions about that particular building. And right now, the guy who owns it is working on it because it goes through a grant for the state, so it's taking forever. So if anybody asks why there's no progress being done on the building, or is there progress being done on the building, it has to all go through the state. And he's doing the proper steps, it's taking a long time.
It's got to have lead remediation,
A
asbestos.
whole bit,
everything.
yep. So just to keep you updated, he does have permits for tearing it apart now, but
Are the permits still posted like in the windows of the building? They just on file? It says
I don't
work
think
all
that
over now.
building has windows.
Well, on a board or something. When I used to pull a permit, you had to stick it in the front of the building so it was visible, and I'm seeing work everywhere and I'm not seeing permits.
He actually hasn't, besides the windows, I don't believe he's even started the remediation yet. So I'll keep it in mind now. It's been a lot.
I'm doing a lead remediation in one of my houses and it's through the county,
Yeah,
but there's no permit signs anywhere. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
uncomfortable with that. It seems to me like that should be good.
but he does have permits and he is working on it.
The Italianate place on Walnut Street behind what used to be the West Press Church.
Mhm.
Okay. I've noticed the fence is deteriorating. They've gotten rid of all the tenants that they've had in the property. I don't know if it's got local landmark status, but I'd like to see about trying to save what there is there before the fence ends up in the scrapyard or something else starts happening.
Okay.
Okay, if we can get that going.
What's the address?
It's Main Street Walnut Street between Main and North. Right
Main,
behind West
okay.
Press Church,
Yeah,
whatever
I
they call the
remember.
church now.
I think it's Episcopalian.
just sold 3, 4 years. They had North of Main in there and then they got rid of them. They had Meals on Wheels. They got rid of them. They say they're looking for tenants, but they're not keeping the tenants they've had forever
Mm,
or the building deteriorates.
okay.
Any other questions, discussions, anything? I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Oh, thank you. I think I had the motion. Or did you? You had the motion. I second. Somebody. However you want to list that. I think it's unanimous. I know, well, we got an empty chair. Keep you all lined up. I mean, I'm not paying any less attention to you, but most of the people are over there, so I'm kind of. I have a very unsettling feeling that this is becoming my chair now. Thank you. Slowly. I think I'm being secretly. Yeah, I think so, which is okay, as long as I don't have a ton of paperwork to do, which I'm not good at. I can sign stuff. We are adjourned.